This is the helicopter view. You had already a view on the timeline. The only thing that I want to emphasize is that when we are here, we will look forward to this event, which this is the showcase event in Amsterdam. You will know more about the highway challenge. Jan mentioned it in the spring, but will most probably will be autumn of 2011. And the next workshop now coming up this year will be in December 8 and 9. Maybe will be limited to 1 day, but keep already these dates available in your agenda. We'll come back on that a little bit later. Oops.
It could be that there are more workshops in between on subgroups or things like that, or phone conference calls, things like that. But we settled at least this particular date, the 8th and the 9th of December. What I wanted to say is the highway challenge, which we haven't explained so far, is going to be the highway which is laying just there. It's a highway infrastructure between Eindhoven and Helmond, which starts in Eindhoven, ends in Helmond, or if I'm in Helmond, it starts in Helmond, ends in Eindhoven. It's a complete highway with a ramp up or an exit on it and things like that. And the mayors of both cities have personally admitted to me that we can get it for a Sunday each year if you want to have that highway for these kind of experiments.
Thank you. And this is just to emphasize, in case it was not clear yet, that if this is going to be a success by 2011, and it's really with participation of all around the world, this could be a traveling circus, let's say, that every 1 or 2 years we continue with more challenging scenarios, and we move to other regions, other countries, other regions around the world. So this is the most ideal situation. We're not going to talk about more about this, but that you know at least what the ultimate dream is. So this is about 8 and 9. We plan then to really have almost everything ready in paperwork. So we'll call it a draft, semi-finished version, almost finished, almost written in stone. And that must be ready by December. And then also we want to open the pre-registration. Actually, the pre-registration is just settled by this date, but not really limited to this date, of course, when the real opening will then be in March. But pencil these drafts already, these dates already in your agenda. Just to show that it was not just a random click on the agenda, we really made a good scan on all the events that were taking place in the end of the year, and that we didn't want to overlap with anything. We really did our best to find a spot in between, and then that's why we ended up in this week in December. All right. Then about participants and participation and sponsors, we have drafted down a few things on participation. It's not very difficult. It's already clear that worldwide participation is really encouraged. This is not a national thing. This is not a European thing. This is really a worldwide scope. And now we have already interest from Japan, from Australia, and the USA. So this is already, today it's already shown that it really is going to be a worldwide scope. Then the teams can be from any kind of organizations, even individuals. They must have their own vehicles. You have to have your own resources also. We will show little that we have not even covered all our own finances, and we are not able to also finance your teams. So you really have to, as we say in Dutch, you keep up your own pants. Then safety, of course, that's what we will have also from the dark challenges. We know that safety comes first, well, open door actually, and the willingness to have fun, because this is very important, of course. You really need to like to do it. On the okay. I had a sheet also on the stakeholder. Okay, that will come later, I think. Exposure. just to emphasize that exposure will be very important for us to pay a lot of attention to that, because we have realized that exposure is important for the participants and also for the sponsors. So exposure will have major attention to have as much as possible media involved, and H3B is already here today. We have already sent out a complete media list already, leaflets and information. So that will really be a big attention for us. On the sponsor side, for the moment we have covered the finances for the rest of this year, but that's not enough for the complete challenge. And therefore we need, and we are looking for additional sponsorships, and we are looking for funding programs, but also for companies who would like to sponsor the event, organizations. In the handout you have seen already a kind of leaflet which we are willing to use for that. So if you have any ideas on that, or suggestions or remarks, that can also be helping you for yourself when you have to finance your own team, that we can maybe benefit from each other, and because it is in our both interest.